The quality of meat and chicken and beef and Angus and pork chops that the restaurants have, you go to Rastelli. But now Rastelli's coming to you, and you can see everything that you're getting in this configuration. So you can choose whether you want the 16-piece pack or the 32-piece pack. What you're getting are all natural boneless, skinless chicken breasts, Black Angus steak craft burgers, boneless pork chops, and USDA choice Black Angus sirloin steaks. You are getting the best. So if you get the 16-pack, you get 4 of each. If you get the 32-pack, you get 8 of each. So if you are cooking for a hungry family and you want the best, come to Rastelli. You can see we've got a graphic there. You do get flex pay. So if you want them, remember, you've got 2 flex for the 16-pack, and we've got 3 flex for the 32-pack. Mark Gill is joining us this morning to give us all the details.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Look at this.
What you got there?
Holy moly. We launched this July 6th, and man, we sold out like that. I've never heard more hosts rave about the food that we brought out into the hallway. And here's one of the reasons why. A couple of days after you order your Rastelli's, this is what's going to show up on your door. Everything is perfectly portioned, flash frozen, vacuum sealed, so that, you know, 6 months from now when the unexpected guest drops over, you're ready to go. It comes in a reusable styrofoam container that's yours to keep, packed in dry ice. You're going to absolutely love it. And the quality of this meat, Tamara, is out of this world. The Rastelli family, like you said, started in the mid-70s. 2 brothers, little shop in Jersey, the meat shop it was called. And now, fast forward to 2015, and they are an $800 million a year company supplying some of the biggest restaurants in the world. And the best part of it is, you get that quality home for a fraction of the price. So we're going to actually do a little bit of cooking for you.
Okay.
So in your pack is going to come some recipe cards. So what I want to do for you, Tamara, is I actually want to take care of those recipe cards. I want to show you some of the meals that you can make. So I'm going to start with our steak here, and we'll get back to this in just a second. But I do want you to know that this is top 2/3 choice USDA grade 8 steaks that is going to absolutely melt in your mouth. You're going to love it. Let me turn that down just a little.
Black Angus sirloin steak, not just your basic steak that you have.
No, these are the real deal. These are the real deal. These are the $50 steaks.
This is the reason you eat steak, right here.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
Now, this is going to be my first time tasting this, right? Okay.
I love it. And
so we can kind of do it together, too. As I'm tasting it, pretend like you're tasting it, and go ahead and order.
So let's talk about the chicken breasts first, okay? Now, these are, and I got to tell you something, if you've ever been to the store and looked at the price of organic, free-range chickens, I want you to know something. Organic, free-range, no GMOs, no antibiotics, no growth hormones. This is chicken like it's supposed to taste, Tamara. So I'm going to turn off my pan here. By the way, everything that we give you, really fast and easy. You can pan fry, you can grill, which of course everybody knows is my favorite. You can broil, you can cook it any way you want. Everything cooks up fast, even, and wonderful. So this is the Mediterranean chicken dish that we're going to do. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab this. Now, this tastes like chicken is supposed to taste without all that nonsense that the growers throw in. Because what's terrific about Rastelli's is we control every single part of the process. We're a family-owned company. We're almost $1 billion a year, and we're still family-owned. So the decisions about your dinner get made around our dinner table, not a boardroom. And you can see how tender and you can see how juicy. So listen, this is your first taste. You got to try this while I turn my steaks over. That's how quick they fry up. How wonderful.
And I will tell you. I don't normally get excited over chicken breast.
Right? It melts, doesn't it?
It does.
It just melts. I got to tell you something, man. These meals, these packages, these pre-portioned little servings of your protein for your big meal, these are an experience. Whether it's the chicken, whether it's the steak, whether it's the pork. Wait till I talk to you about the burgers. They're out of this world. And let me remind you again, while these steaks are finishing, what you're going to get, all right? You're going to get our pork. Now, these are center-cut loin pork chops. And listen, when I show you the packaging, you're going to see it. There's actually marbling in it, in a center loin pork. I mean, it melts. Bill Green just about lost his mind in the hallway when he tried the pork. It was outstanding. Like I said, the steak is top 2/3 choice steak. You know, you can see choice steak in the stores, but then there's levels of choice. This is the stuff, man. That's the real deal. The chicken that you just tried, and wait till I talk to you about these burgers.
The burgers. Remember, so this, what you're seeing right here is the 16-piece pack. If you want double that size, and I think double that size is the better value overall, go ahead and get the bigger one. You've got flex pay on those. if you need help or maybe need some inspiration in the kitchen, you're going to get the recipe cards. And I love that the recipes, that what Mark is showing you right now is exactly what you're going to be able to do, the same recipes. And they look exactly the same, too.
Exactly. Exactly right. Like I said, whether you decide to pan fry or grill or barbecue. So what I've done here is I've taken our steaks, a little bit of butter and some garlic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to spoon our garlic butter over our steaks just like that while they finish.
God.
Now, I love a good medium rare steak. That's where I'm at with them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these guys out, and then I'm going to cut one of these up for you. And I got to tell you something. When it comes time for a good steak, I mean, there's nothing that compares to that right steak. Sunday night, everybody's over. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see this, guys. Check this out. Perfect. And I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
This is the quality of meat.
That's perfect.
That you're looking at the 5-star restaurants. How do I know? Because we supply the 5-star restaurants.
It's the same quality that they demand.
Exactly.
And think about that. Look at that. Oh, that is perfect. I love that. Is
try that. I'm going to try one of these too.
And you know what? You can do.
Now listen, I'm going to call you out on something, because in that, usually what happens in the green room stays in the green room. I get that. But you asked me. You said, Mark, am I going to be able to taste the difference? And I've been waiting for the steak part of it here. Can you taste the difference?
You can taste the difference. Because sometimes I think, you know, when I'm hearing, you know, USDA choice cut and things like that, I'm thinking, well, is my palate sophisticated enough to taste the difference? You know what?
You dig in here.
You know delicious when you taste it. That is delicious.
Oh, my goodness.
And you know what? You would not do, if you like medium rare, if you like rare or medium rare, you could not do medium rare with a poor cut and quality of meat. You couldn't do it. And so you can see how perfect that is. I encourage you to get it. It is hard to find quality like this unless you go to the best, and that's what we have here. We're actually bringing it to you. Get it on FlexPay, get it delivered, and you've got it coming home to you.
Now, here's one of the cool things. I'm going to wander over to the pork here. I got a couple of more dishes for you. Here's one of the things that I love about it. Now, I visited the Rastelli plant in New Jersey, and I got to tell you, I've been to a few plants before, and it's usually it's going to be a pretty horrific experience. This one was awesome. I walked it was so clean. It was so well taken care of. It ran like a machine. And as I was walking, they said something to me that really stuck. They said, Mark, we will never feed our animals anything that we would not eat ourselves. So think about that. When it comes time for that high quality, and you don't want all the chemicals, and you don't want all the growth hormones, and you want, have a look at this, that perfect pork loin. Watch what I'm going to make here. Now, again, this is one of the recipe cards that are going to come with it. This is sage rubbed pork, now center loin pork. So what I'm going to do here, Tamara, we're going to turn this over just like this. Now, this is a recipe that you sear in the pan, and then before I cut into it, I'm going to bring it to the oven, and I'm going to bring out our finished one, okay? And wait till you see the pre-portioned package that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to slide this in here just like that. Oh, you know what? Woo, there we go. Just like that. A little hot. A little hot. Real deal here. No fake cooking here. There we go. Now we're going to pop that up like that. And before I cut into one of these, I want you to see something. Guys, come on and have a look at this. I'm telling you, man, we had the hosts losing their mind over this in the hallway when they tried it. Guys, that's a pork loin. That's marbling in pork. Can you believe how tender and juicy something like this is going to taste? It just falls apart. So here's what I'm going to do.
And you know what I love, too? You saw the pre-portion and then you see the cooked portion. Do you notice that it didn't shrivel and shrink down? You're getting a lot of meat here. There's that pork.
I'm going to cut a little bit here. Now, I personally, and here's a misconception that's out there right now, is that, like chicken, pork has to be cooked all the way through. I like my pork on the medium side.
That's good.
The flavor's incredible, isn't it?
That is great. Oh my gosh, that's good.
So to finish our dish here, what I'm going to do,
oh my gosh, that's good.
I'm going to put in our apples and our onions, just like that.
Now, see.
A little bit of sage.
Now you're just making it irresistible. There you go.
Just like this. And that's how you finish off that pork dish. You're just going to give everything a little flip, a little toss, just like that. And I got to tell you.
How much would you pay if you were to go to a restaurant and order that dish? How much would you pay? First off, and you would have it one time, and it would be great, but it would just be for you. You would be spending a lot of money. This is that same restaurant quality. You can see the recipe that Mark did is right here, so you get that too. There's no question. You've got to try this. The only pork I usually have is like fried pork chops or something like that. And it's usually fried because it's not the best cut. It's not the best quality.
Right, exactly. So now let's talk about the burgers. Holy moly, if you're a burger fan, stop right there. You have got to get these. We use something called Craft Technology. And here's what that's going to do for you. So first things first, let me grab a little stack of these because I want you to see what a tender, juicy, unbelievable burger should look like. Watch this. I'm going to cut right into it like this. And guys, look at this. That's what I'm talking about. And the juice just keeps coming out and coming out and coming out. So let me tell you a couple of things about our burgers, okay?
Okay.
Remember I talked to you about the plant that I went to?
Yeah.
As I was walking around, I walked into this part and there was these beautiful cuts of meat, and I said to Ray Rastelli, the owner, I said, listen, what are they for? What is that for? Is that for the restaurants? Is that for the 5-star this? Is that for the 5? He goes, no, that's for the burgers. What? What do you mean it's for the burgers? Because usually when you think hamburgers, it's like whatever's left.
It's the throwaway meat.
Whatever's left, that's your hamburger. Guys, look at this. Top sirloin, beef rib, chuck. That's what's going in to the burgers from Rastelli. So if you've ever heard of those like $20 hamburgers and you're like, what kind of moron spends $20 on a hamburger? You know what? Go have a $20 hamburger and you will join that crew of morons. I'm telling you, it is so good, so tasty. So here's what.
It is so good. You know, and there are whole restaurants that are devoted to those gourmet burgers.
Well, and you know how we know that this is going to taste like that restaurant with the $20 hamburgers?
How's that?
Because we supply the restaurants to sell you the $20 hamburgers. I want you to see this, okay?
Okay.
Usually with a frozen burger, you'll cut into it, and it's got a weird texture, it's got a weird look, it's got a weird feel. Guys, come in and have a look at this. Craft Technology means that you are going to get the same taste, texture, and flavor of what you would get when you get a ground burger at home. It emulates what that hand-ground burger is going to taste like. Guys, this is the real deal. Now, you've got to try this. I'm going to take a little corner, just like this. Grab your fork there, and you're going to taste the chuck, the beef, and everything. So let me make a couple of my favorite burgers here. What I got in my little bun there. So here's what I'm going to do. Here comes a $20 burger, you guys.
This is good. You're going to make a burger, but you almost don't even need the bun.
Right?
I mean, it's just that good. Now, it is. Think about how you want to serve something different and special and good and quality to your family and to yourself as well. You were looking at it right here with Rastelli. Oh,
there you go.
Talk about the $20 burger.
This is a burger that you'll pay the $20 for right there. Now, let me just bring this over here. It's got a egg in it. We'll call it breakfast. Let me cut this in half. And I got to tell you, you grab that perfectly portioned size out of the freezer, you pop it on the grill, you pop it in the grill pan, you pop it in the oven, and you've got that $20 burger experience at home anytime you want. And Tamara, I have to show something really special here before I make another burger. And I got to grab the box. And guys, as close as we can come into this, because I want you to see this. It's all about quality. It's all about taste. It's all about something that you're proud to serve your family and you can't wait to eat yourself. So guys, I want to open this up. This is from the burgers, okay? As close as you can come, and I'll try and get this real steady. I want you to have a look at this. Here's the ingredient list. You know what it says?
What?
Beef. Right there. One little word at the bottom. Ingredients.
It sure does.
That's all it says, you guys. This is what family cooking is all about.
Matter of fact, that's a good point, and I'm glad that you showed that too, Mark, because as simple as it is, we don't see it very often. If you have burger patties right now in your freezer, and they're probably this thin, and they're probably hard as a rock, I want you to go and look at the ingredients. And if it says anything more than just beef, I want you to order this.
Right.
Definitely, because you want to know what you're eating. Husband and I were just talking about the other day. Ivan and I were just saying, you know, a lot of things we eat aren't really what we think we're eating. This is beef. And that's all it is.
That's all it is.
You don't have to wonder. You don't have to worry. That's all it is.
It's the chuck. It's the top sirloin. It's the beef ribs. And I'll tell you, every bite of that, there's our Tex-Mex burger on that card that's going to come with it. I'm going to grab another one of these and cut into it because you got to see this. Again, it's about the taste and the quality, you guys. So have a look at this. This is the type of flavor you're going to get 1 month from now, 6 months from now, 12 months from now when you grab that perfectly portioned freezer pack out of the freezer and pop that in the grill or in the oven or in the fry pan. Don't forget that pork. That pork is absolutely gorgeous, out of this world. And I got to show you this one more time before we bring you over to the other half of the demo here, just to remind you. Guys, look at this. You kidding me? There's marbling in the pork.
I know.
You're going to have one bite of this, and you're going to go, I'm never going to have another piece of pork again. Guys, come on over here.
Come on over.
Remember that steak we did? Let me cut into that steak one more time, just so you can see it. And you want to talk about how tender and juicy a steak is? This has been resting for, I don't know, about 10 minutes, and look at this. It is still absolutely pouring.
It didn't tighten up.
Nope, not at all. Look at that, you guys. Literally cut that with a spoon. This stuff is out of this world.
Oh, my gosh.
And don't forget our chicken, again.
That chicken breast.
It's been resting for how long? long, you guys. Watch this. Still tender, juicy, unbelievable. Rastelli's quality.
You're getting chicken breast. You're getting the boneless pork chops. You're getting the Black Angus steak craft burgers, and you're getting the USDA choice Black Angus sirloin steaks. Either 4 of each or 8 of each, depending on which package you want. When you think about per serving, you're probably spending $3.50 per serving.
For the best steak you've ever had, best burger you've ever had, best piece of chicken you've ever had.
I know. Go for it for sure. And get it on auto ship too. 095876. Mark, as